south, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. To throw is Perkins. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game, and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. Here's Williams to return. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Second and 10. They'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
2nd and 11. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. Touchdown! Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They're going to look to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine, because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Perkins. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind: range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, Well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now Perkins. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Perkins. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Yeah, what's up, bro? Nah, shit, playing my Madden game.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey.
Ooh, nasty time. Okay, let's go, boy.
Panthers touchdown.
What you playing anything?
McCaffrey. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Yeah, I might hop on Destiny again after I play this Madden game.
Right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
I need to do that dungeon, I guess have as many victories as I can before the new season tomorrow. Damn, I have to buy the DLC.
Set now to kick this one away.
I didn't even buy it, too. Damn.
Demir Bird returning it.
The dude I'm playing actually kind of nice in Madden. I was bullshit on my phone and gave up a safety in the beginning of the match. It's 9-14. I had to play some decent defense so I want to get the W.
Versus Warriors after party Thursday. They might lose tomorrow, so I don't know.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
It's weird. Game 2 and Game 3, they were winning. It was like, nah,
had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance.
Let's go. I'm glad I got that fucking beat in, boy. Now coming in handy.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
For stupid shit in the NBA.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That ball caught. It's
man got fucking destroyed.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run here with Dobbins.
And able to get it down, but he does
reach the 5.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
They'll run with Dobbins.
No,
And
sir.
he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but
Oh, we didn't see that coming.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there,
Come on, bro.
extending the
You
play,
gotta do something
hoping
fresher than that, my
someone
boy.
would come open downfield, but they never did.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is
Let's go.
incomplete. Down
Good
to 15
D.
seconds now.
We're talking about. Let's go.
Not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
From the 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Oh, just playing passive. So they run the ball.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
Now a hit.
Let's go.
And it's picked up by
Let's
the
go,
Panthers.
boy.
And he will
Let's
score.
go.
Touchdown, Panthers. Giovanni Ricci, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are
That
able to
worked like
strike
once
quickly
every
to add
100
on to their
times.
lead.
That is fucking hilarious.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game.
Him again. You like him.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one.
No.
You don't go top shelf, dude. That's bottom shelf material. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and 6. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to record his 5th sack of the season.
JPP was a Pro Bowler for the 3rd time in his career last year as the Bucs won the Super Bowl title. Ended up finishing 2020 with 89 career sacks. So he has a chance with a really good season to get to 100.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
26 Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field. You've been here. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. You're not ready.
They'll set up to throw.
What? What the fuck is that?
John Ross with touchdown
Look at 6'2" in the back.
And the Falcons have cut it to within a score.
Fucking weak ass Madden and that bullshit go off.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
that's good
you
shit.
throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking to throw. Perkins. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, come on.
The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Let's go. Sitting there during headlights.
His own 5-yard line, it's a sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 24. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Shifts by at the 15 and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead
and that fucking pass, cuz. Come on. Louis about to do the same fucking play.
Too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Dang, give me the fucking pick, man. Right there. Fucking Madden.
So after the incompletion on first,
saw that shit a fucking mile away.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for
nope.
Ross.
Give me that shit.
Now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And bulldozing his way through.
Go.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw
so
zone in college.
In this fucking game for us, boy.
But they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball.
There we go. The safety I traded for.
Otherwise,
there we go, champ.
the result can be something you don't like.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Looking to throw on second down. Perkins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Back to throw. Perkins. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Larry. I'm going to guard you, my boy.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey.
Fucking go.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
26 Mike. Here we go. 26 Mike.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep down.
No, he's too slow. Come on, Edmonds.
Right along the sideline.
Man, I should have just committed the whole fucking way.
A big connection on that
Do
one.
some shit like
33
that.
yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Come on. Hey, Green. 49. Mike's 49.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one caught by Ridley. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Receiver, hey, you're on. Receiver. 82 is mine. I got 82. 82 is mine. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. I'm coming.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up.
Oh.
Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Just a little confused, don't know what to do. Yes, be confused, my friend.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Good fucking D.
They cannot
Good
convert,
D.
and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back.
Good fucking D, boy.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
Let's go, boy.
McCaffrey with a first down and more.
Still see that nigga, man. Come
down
on.
at the 42-yard line.
122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This is McCaffrey on the give. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Oh.
That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after.
All right, there we go. The match started kind of wild.
22 points.
But I got the dub. I'm about to just run the clock out until it's over. And then I'll switch over to Destiny.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
How long you gonna be on today, Legion?
For however long.
Set to begin their next drive. The Falcons
Seeing
offense
about Rob.
Well, I think that the folks
I know he was about to try to do trials later,
so
he said he won't be on until late.
Victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Thank you.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Darquez Denard. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
I guess you can concede
young
here.
quarterback,
This nigga
Charles,
better
rolling to
quit.
his right. I know he's right-handed,
About to get
but
out of hand.
is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Okay. Like he won't
They
be the
stay on the
scorer.
ground. McCaffrey
Little
again.
dude tripping.
McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
It's like he want me to score. Like, I'm not about to pass, bro.
No better way to close out
About
a
to just
game
run the
than
clock.
to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys,
Haha, you lucky.
let's keep the ball,
You
keep their
lucky.
offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Falcons going to use one of their
timeouts. I'm trying to run the
timeouts.
clock to help
As
you
they're
out.
getting with just over 90
Should've fucking
seconds to
scored.
go in the ball game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Williams now on the return.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into him.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
I almost threw a
So
pick.
now
Let me stop
2nd and
playing
10
and
after
run
the
the ball.
incompletion on first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's
Come
gonna
on,
have
hold
a
the
first
fucking
down here as he
block.
gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Real quick.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers,
The victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
and they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.